Welcome to Morning Walks and Talks.
Workout
Zodiak.
paused.
Sorry about that. It's going to start up again.
Workout resumed.
Welcome to the Morning Walks and Talks with Zodiak. Portion of my fitness journey in a segment in which we don't really have philosophical talks, but portion in which I talk about things that's on my mind. And just things, really, just random things. In which I thought I brought up to my wife, who was a guest on the last episode of topics, in which I would say that we do need some kind of format where we have topics. You know what I mean, Zodiac? Which, yeah, I do. Instead of just either randomly think up things on the spot or just walking in silence. I think having topics on hand is something good. Especially since this is something I do want to have or shape to where it's open for everyone to comment, leave their thoughts, know what's on their minds, their take on things. Like today, I'm not a preacher, but I do believe in spirituality. I attend service virtually. JC Naz, I attend their online service when they have it on Sundays. Also read the Daily Word. I don't know if some may know what that is. It used to be called a Daily Bread, I believe. Like every day of the month and the year, there's a verse or a reading, and I do that. And I also recently, thank you to my wife, Emily, my stepdaughter, Trinity, the Bible U app, I believe it's what it's called. I downloaded that, and I do like a daily reading and listening through the app. The reason why I bring this up, because there's times, verses I would read, services I would attend, and at times it seemed as if it was directly towards me. Like at the time, there was something heavy on my mind, heavy on my heart, I may be thinking of, or something popping up. And when I read this verse or listen to the service, I wouldn't say I'm directly thinking about it, but it will bring it up. And it's as if what I'm reading, what I'm listening to, is being told directly towards me. And I do. And it feels good. As if I am being seen, being noticed. I know that in the readings in the scriptures, it says that He doesn't leave our side. That He is always there. And I believe that. And that we should
Workout paused.
We should always remember that. And I do. But like as humans, there are times in which my mind does wander. My mind does drift. Thinking.
Workout resumed.
Sorry for the pause. Zodiac's taking the
Workout paused.
cleaning it up. I don't want to be poopy on the ground. Okay, I'm back.
Workout resumed.
Again, sorry for that long pause. Zodiac was taking a poopy. I don't like leaving this poop everywhere. I mentioned that before. It's disgusting and don't want people to step in it, even though it's on the road, because that's what I have him walking, and that's where he poops. The reason for that because it's easier to pick up. One time it's not easy to pick up when he has like the smushy, runny, not like water, but like thick oatmeal poop. But back to what I was saying. See, like that, someone giant pile almost stepped in. But there's times I do allow myself, not really allow myself, but my mind would wander, drift, instead of, as the Bible say, stay present, anchor by your side. And on a daily basis, when I'm off of work, like the what if game, those who are in the military deployed or law enforcement have an idea what I'm saying. That you play the what if game in your mind as you go to calls, as you react, or doing something. My mind would do that. Which brings another topic of why I'm starting to lean out of, not really the law enforcement career, but working that typical law enforcement schedule, I guess, environment, as working for an agency. And that's another topic for another episode. But like the verses and the scriptures and the sermons, when I feel it directed towards me, it feels good. As if it's, telling me that God is listening. He is watching over us. And which even the verses talks about. There's times where we may feel the opposite. That maybe He's not watching. That we've been forgotten. It was during those times when we really lean towards him. Lean not really towards on him. And praise his name. Yeah. Because times like this, when we walk in nature, in this environment, we see the creation around us. The peacefulness in my surroundings, the calmness. And then the natural background music. It's never the same, but it has the same feeling, you know? That even though the music is like you're changing track every day, and it's not on the repeat. You can try it, but you'll have to record it like I'm doing and play it to try to catch that track again. And as you visually look around, being outside the city, be able to see the stars in the sky, the beauty of it. The coolness in the air, it fills your lungs. It's a great reminder of how beautiful creation is. Too, very calming, very beautiful. So that could be a topic, which so far, I mean, it's been a really good sized topic of this episode. Now I'll talk over with my wife. Well, so far, besides Zodiak, he's more of the star. Doesn't say much though. But she's mainly the guest star. I'm sure will show up. Will not show up. Will appear more periodically. At least I'm gonna try to. It also depends on the time schedule of when I'm doing these episodes. Because right now, schedule is, this is like at 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll do this. Everybody's asleep. Few starting to get up, head to work. As you see, car passing. So, like I said, it'd be nice to have, guests on the episode, and I do want to make this kind of like a thread where people can, weigh in their thoughts, their feelings, even if it's something just getting off their chest. Like if you have something on your mind, as long as people respect each other, not try to attack each other because of their opinions. That's what the comment section's for. Talk it out. We live in a vast world for a long time. There's no reason why we can't just communicate. And that's also something when it comes to the streaming live on Sundays for the walks and talks. So far I've done 3 live streams, and I'll keep doing those on Sundays. Actually enjoyed it. So, it is beautiful outside. Plus today, tried out the new trend, my theme song trend on TikTok. When it comes to theme songs, I mean, what do you guys think about? What is some of the best theme songs? One, my top, I would say Cowboy Bebop. Then there's, of course, the original X-Men animated series, Batman animated series, Gundam Wing, A-Team, Psych, Monk, Community, Transformers, G.I. Joe Mask. He-Man wasn't really much of a theme song, but I can dig it. Gummy Bears, DuckTales, of course, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin. Now I'm just going down the rabbit hole of theme songs now. What do you guys think? What are some of the theme songs that you can listen to and be like, yeah? You get excited once you start hearing it. Yeah. Morning walks and talks of Zodiac. Great way to clear your mind, get things off your chest. Good company. The best is with my wife. Which also brings, I know, in sense, this is still all just randomly stuff. I'm gonna have a more organized outline at some point. Soon. Not really some point, but soon. Same with my postings. I'm gonna actually have to set time aside. Work on my videos. Do my posts. Not approach it like I have. Try to work on them here and there sporadically. Actually sit down. That is my focus. Especially if I'm going to take this serious, I need to treat it as such. This is all for the purpose of my personal training, of reaching out to people in hopes for having clients, which I have, provide a paid service. So I need to take that approach. What would I like to see? How I like things seen. Well, not really seen, but how things viewed if I was looking at my profile from the outside. And that's something else I've noticed. There's a lot of advertising for businesses, companies, in a sense, helping those who looking to go that route of being an online, we'll say online coach, because I see a lot of those, which is weird, because before I did not, but now I see a lot about how they can help the coach, build up that clientele, to the point they're making 10K plus a month. And not have to worry about working that 9 to 5 schedule. In a sense, isn't that what everybody's dream is, to work on a schedule that you put together? You're not chained to a clock.
Total 1 mile. 19 minutes 44 seconds. Steps 2,060 steps. Heart rate 114. Total distance 1 mile. Total time 21 minutes and 44 seconds. Split pace 21 minutes 43 seconds per mile.
That's one thing about the fitness apps I have. Samsung, they have it where it's like walking. When you stop, it stops. When you start again, it'll start again. There's some apps, it'll just continue going regardless you stop or not. That's why you hear the phone go off with 2 different notifications 2 different times. But back to what I was saying. When I first, was seeing these ads, these clips for them, I didn't realize it was a paid service. And when it says to invest, they are looking for you to invest a good chunk of money. In which it is enticing when I hear them and talk to them. But like myself, just beginning, just don't have money available, which I'm able to. To be honest, if I did, I probably would. Because again, this is in a area, me posting, making videos is really, really outside of my comfort zone. I've had made videos and made posts in the past of workouts and screenshots, but that thing in focus to attracting people. Right now, my posts is still not in a sense to bring in clients, but to show what I bring to the table, to show the hard work that I'll put in as being a coach, because they'll show me putting in work on my personal fitness journey to getting better. Oh, that's a real spider web. Yeah, but that's why I post, and for engagement for those who, if I'm doing something wrong, my form, my technique, I'm open. Hey, when you do your split squats, do this. Because again, I'm not an expert. I'm always open to learning and improving and doing things better. Even if I have a client and they have a suggestions, I'm open to it. There's one person I did reach out on Facebook. He asked about free fitness apps that provide a workout program. That he can follow. Well, there isn't really any free apps out there. Well, in my opinion, good apps that provide a workout program. There's some that's out there. Gives off the free trial, in which they will provide a workout program, and then after a certain amount of time, it becomes a paid subscription. And that's something I would like to change. So yes, I will have the paid services, but also have the free portion, which they all will differ. And once I get that format together, how will be the difference, I will have that posted as well. But till then, this is my journey. Regardless of what portion or at what point of my journey I am at, I will always document and post it for everyone to see and I can share. Just like my walks and talks with Zodiak, this was something I will keep doing even after I do start taking on clients in person and online. And same like with the weekly wrap up. Those I won't do live more than likely, but be more consistent in making the posts and topics to talk about of what to expect in the following week. Well, this is actually been a refreshing episode of Walk and Talk with Zodiak. There'll be more to come. As I said, will make it feel open to everyone for discussions, thoughts, even thoughts on what I should do more of. And as you grow, as I grow, you guys will grow with me. Same with Zodiac and my wife. We will all get better and grow together. Thank you for joining us on Zodiac. Huh? Let them know. Thank you for joining us on a more lengthy episode of Walks and Talks with Zodiac. Because I believe this has been the longest one so far. Thank you for joining us. Keys to Functional Fitness. God bless. Let's get the day started. Look at that.